Good day, collective. I am Sarah B, and you're tuning into Just Be Tarot. So today, I am doing channeled messages and a collective tarot reading. I know it's been a second, but I had all of my other readings released last week, so I took a week off from doing the collective reading so I could concentrate on getting those zodiac messages out to your sun signs. So I was just clearing the energy of my decks and my area so I could get some messages out to you. So first I am going to let you know that it's a general reading, not personal, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. And it is a collective reading, so if something doesn't resonate with you, but maybe you feel like somebody else could use the healing message, please feel free to share it, post it, send it to whoever you need to send it to. Please click on like and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that notification bell. That will let you know when I'm going live and posting new videos, and it'll let you know when all of those sun sign readings come up. And posting lives. Went live last night, and I've been doing that a couple times a week now, so I'm enjoying it, and I hope you will join me in a live reading. I would love to see you there. All right, so for this week's collective channel messages is I got the Archangel Michael. Okay, I've been feeling Michael a lot and seeing him a lot in my meditations and my reading, and not readings like tarot readings, but in like my reading of different things that I read. But trying to educate myself and always trying to learn more. And Archangel Michael has been coming up a lot. And this is about releasing old energy. He is a releaser of old energy. If you want to cut ties with somebody, Michael is the archangel that you call in, disconnecting with energies that don't serve you any longer or aren't right for you. So if you're feeling like there's a toxic energy around you or in your life, or there's something or someone that you need to disconnect with, call on Archangel Michael. They're the ones that are going to help you try to get through this time, maybe put an opportunity in front of you that you're able to disconnect from one situation, and this opportunity will get you out of that situation so you don't have to worry about it anymore. So it's all about, this week is releasing and calling on help to do that. You don't have to do it all by yourself. You don't have to go it alone. You're never alone. You always have your guides, guardian angels, ancestors, archangels, other beings from the highest realms and the brightest lights. They're always with you. So if you just ask for help, that's what they're there for. So anytime you need to release something, some kind of energy or some kind of like negative bond that you formed, start asking Michael, Archangel Michael, because that's what he's there for. The song that I got when I was meditating was I Will Possess Your Heart by Death Cab for Cutie. Spending time with people, getting to know them, calling in people that are true to you, and not just keeping a closed mind. Like, I will possess your heart. If you get to know me, you don't know what I'm about yet. You don't know who I am as a person, but if you get to know me, I guarantee that you're going to like me. That's kind of what the song says. Like, you're going to like me if you just give me a chance. If you open up your heart and your mind to what I have to offer, then you might just think I'm a cool person, or I'm, so I think it's about maybe opening your heart, your mind, and your soul to other opportunities, to other people, because you don't know who is going to possess your heart if you have that closed-minded thought. Like, you just can't. You have to have the energy of having an open mind and an open heart, because you never know what people are about, what they can bring to your life. And I'm not just talking about romance here. I'm talking about just in general. You don't know what the person who sits next to you in a waiting room is going to say to you that could just change your life or offer you insight about something. So just, trying to keep an open mind and an open heart this week. With that, I mean, also it could be romance. You don't know who is going to be walking across your path, and maybe they're not somebody you would normally go for, and you decide to take a chance on them because you're spending more time with them, you're liking your conversation, you're finding more things in common, and you're like, you know what, they're growing on me. So you just never know what's going to happen. I also, one of my coworkers said to somebody on the phone, I can't change the past. And it's so true. Like, whatever happened, happened. And you can't keep dwelling on that. Now, granted, it was a work situation, and they were saying, well, this used to happen. How come it doesn't happen anymore? And my coworker was like, well, you can't change the past. Like, I don't know why that happened or how that happened, but it happened in the past. This is what I'm telling you has to happen right now, or this is what's going on right now. So I feel like this isn't a spirit coming down saying, stop dwelling on the past. Be present, more present in, your life this week. Whatever happened back then. And we need to focus on what's in front of us, our paths ahead of us. And yes, we learned lessons. We took the lessons from the past and we put them in our little lesson satchel. Remember I talked about that one time? And then, we have that in our backpack, and we have our lessons, and then we bring them with us. And they travel with us through our lives, so we can pick out these lessons and be like, you know what, this happened one time. I know that it made me feel uncomfortable, so I don't think I want to put myself in this situation again. All right, so we keep the past by these lessons, but we don't have to dwell in it. All right. I also heard the song, I heard on the radio, generically, the song The Gambler. And I think I had that as one of our songs, the intuitive songs that came through in a meditation one time. But I feel like it's a time this week to kind of read people. Before you do anything, read the room, read a situation. Because if you don't, and you put the wrong hand down, it might not be a good thing for you. So it's about reading the room, that kind of energy. So I just thought, I heard this song and I was like, I know it was, a channeled message at one point, a channeled song, but I heard it generically on the radio, like not from a streaming or anything. That's what I mean, like organically on an actual radio station. And it's just like, you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them. So it's like, you really have to pay attention to reading the room, reading the people, understanding what they're about, getting to that feeling. Trust your gut. And so I feel like I needed to pass that forward to you guys for whoever might need that message this week. And I heard that people are going to be having vivid dreams. And pay attention to the dreams that you're going to be having this week, if you had any or remember any. Because I feel like the more vivid the dream and the more you get from it, the more it's going to relate to you, is what I heard in my meditation. There's going to be vivid dreams happening this week for some people, for me, maybe. But so pay attention to the messages in the dreams and what you can take out of it. And if you can remember them, write it down. Maybe it has some significance in the future. But that was one of the things I was kind of led to bring forward to you guys. Now, I also was told to remind you that Mercury's in retrograde. So that means that communication is going to be off. Okay, so if you're fighting with your loved one, spouse, coworkers because of a miscommunication, don't get all like frustrated because Mercury is in retrograde. There is going to be communication issues. That just happens when Mercury is in retrograde. Mercury is the planet of communication. So if you read a text message wrong or read an email wrong and maybe there's tone behind it, there might not actually be tone behind it. It just might be a miscommunication. It might be, you're reading it wrong. So just pay attention to that communication. I said think before you're speaking. Like I said, again, reading the room. Don't do something off the cuff. Like, kind of think about what you're doing before you're doing. Maybe turn on your filter. That's what I just heard. Filter your conversations. Sometimes I know I speak from off the top of my head sometimes, not even thinking. So it's about turning a filter on, knowing who's in the room, knowing your surroundings. And I did hear that for some of you, exes might try to return or get in contact with you. Maybe, and not just exes, I heard like maybe old friends might try to communicate or reach out to you. You might have people gravitating towards you who are nostalgic and are remembering old times. That's kind of like the consensus of Mercury in retrograde. But they're going to want to try to reel you back in with their charm, and it's up to you if you want to take it or not. Maybe they've changed. Maybe there's a reason why they're getting in touch with you. But yeah, so that's going to resonate different for everybody. It could be exes. It could be old friends. It could be people trying to get closure on something. So take that as it resonates. And I got this vision of somebody being stuck somewhere in a weird situation, in a like a situation they should be cautious about, like maybe a dangerous situation. Somebody might be stuck somewhere, or may get stuck somewhere like without transportation, or maybe without a phone, or some way of easily communicating their way out of it. So that's just be careful. This might not happen at all, but I just got this message of like people being like in a situation that is hard to get out of. It's like, I don't want to say dangerous situation, but it was definitely like when I was meditating and I felt this situation, it was definitely like my heart was racing, and it was uncomfortable. So I feel like it might be like be cautious in maybe this situation. Maybe if you find yourself in a situation like that where you don't have your cell phone and maybe you ran out of gas, or you find yourself in a not so savory situation, just take it easy. And if somebody's trying to help you, watch your back, be on alert. You can't trust everybody. Okay, so that's all I have as far as channel messages. So I am going to move on to the channeled tarot reading right now for you guys. All right, so Spirit, I am shuffling for the collective and this tarot reading for all signs for this week. What does the collective need to know for their greatest good? For this overall energy of this reading for this week, this is a general reading. Not personal, and anytime you run into it, it is a good time for you to run into it. Okay, so it looks like some of you guys are, I don't want to say changing, I feel like it's almost like a reboot. Let's see what this is. Yep. I feel like, okay, so we have regeneration. That's why I'm saying it's not, like, it would be a transformation card if it was a transformation. I feel like a regeneration is more of like a reboot. Like you're regenerating into something different. You are changing into something different. into something new, into something more powerful. And we have a changes in the wind. So this is more concrete. Like, so I feel like you're going through changes, but I feel like it's more than a change. It's more of a regeneration. You're trying to change over into something new, into something life-changing. It's going to change your whole environment, your whole being. So be on the lookout for that. I'm getting be flexible. And this could happen at any moment. Like, you might get a spontaneous message that things need to change. So this could happen like on a whim, as well as what I heard for some of you. For some of you, this is a change that you've been working on for a while. I feel like some of you have gone into hermit mode almost, and went into this, like, I want to reconstruct my life. I want to do better. I want to get on the right track with things. I want to be a better person. I want to have meaning in my life. So I feel like some of you have been working on this for a long time, but I also get that some of you, it's like it's gonna, all of a sudden you're gonna get this aha moment, like, I need to do this and it needs to happen now. And you start making changes immediately. Not everybody can do that, so consider yourself lucky if you can. Change your mindset, change your attitude. That is a real blessing. Some of us need to work harder at ourselves before that can happen, Sarah. So consider yourself lucky if you're able to, do that quickly. It probably means that you've been actually working on yourself internally for a long time, and you have amazing coping skills that you've been harvesting. So good on you. I feel like there's going to be a lot of growth also going into this change. New growth. Can you see these? They're like flags or trees or some leaves blowing. I feel like that's growth because there's leaves on this tree too, this regeneration. So there's new growth coming. It's like, I just heard the spring of your life. It's like you are turning into something that's going to be bigger and more badass. Can I say that? I don't know, but I'm going to. I've said worse, so I can't imagine that being too terrible. But I feel like this is what's happening to you. It's like you're growing into this amazing person that nobody's going to be able to take down once this regeneration occurs. All right, so let's move on to our tarot deck. I'm going to shuffle for our collective. Spirit, I am shuffling for the collective for this week. What do they need to know for their greatest good? What do they need to know? What messages does the collective need to know for this week? Thank you. Did I just say hermit mode or what? So I feel some of you might be just coming out of hermit mode or going into hermit mode because you feel like you need a change. You feel like maybe you need to reconnect with your higher power, get the coping skills. Like I said, harvest those, let them grow, and so you know what to do to make these changes. Not all of us are born with these coping skills that just come out of nowhere. Some of you, like I said, good on you, love that, but others of us have to really work on ourselves to progress, to grow, really look into ourselves, look at that shadow self, touch that shadow self. It's really emotional work, but some of us need to do it in order to grow, in order to harvest these coping skills, in order to get that emotion out, to know the lessons from our past, address them, and grow from them. All right, so we have, I feel like this is a healing energy right here of you're finally paying attention to what is good for you. And this could be that change coming in, this regeneration. Like, this is the change that's coming, the bettering of yourself, the becoming, the the full change, the life change. Maybe you were dealing with people who were unsavory or making these decisions that weren't really great for you. And now you're kind of, they have their back turned on what these cups that are going to feed them. They're cups that are good for them. It's like now they've turned around and seen the cups and they're just like, you know what, that's what I want to concentrate on. Not these cups that are constantly falling over, that I'm tripping over all the time, making my life terrible. I want to focus on what's nourishing to me. So I feel like that's what's happening when this card is in reverse. I feel like you've made some changes and you've made the choice to regenerate, to set yourself up for something better, to change your life into something good, something worthy. All right, so, but I also got, this is like a card of blockage. So I feel like maybe some of you have tried this before and you felt blocked by it. And I'm hearing, don't let that stop you now. Don't let these blockages stop you, because you are worthy. You do deserve this. You know what? We all relapse. We all fall off. Okay? We all do it. No matter what it is, it could be something minute, but we all fall off the wagon. We all relapse. And so that's a blockage. It happens. But this is me and Spirit through me telling you not to stop. This is well worth it. You are worthy of these changes. You are worthy of gaining these coping skills for you to make these changes, for you to grow from what we were, from what you were in previously. And it's going to make a huge impact on your life and those around you for the better. All right, Spirit, what else? Okay, yep, rebirth. First card out, rebirth. Okay, this is not just a change. This is a regeneration, like I said, a rebirth. Forgetting about the old person and concentrating on this new person that you're becoming. Like I said, it's not just a change. It's not just a transformation. This is a whole regeneration. A whole rebirth is happening to you. And then we have, this is, you haven't been taking care of yourself. You've been unhappy. So this needs to happen. This rebirth has to happen so we can get rid of this. You need to take care of yourself. Because when you start to concentrate on taking care of yourself, then these change. Okay? And then you become a component of self-care and self-love and happiness. And then when you do that, it's a trickle-down effect. Everybody around you wants to do that. Your family, your friends. When you change, you're going to see all the other changes that are coming into your life. It's just, you just have to want it. You have to want it. And you are worthy of it. More than worthy of it. This is, like I said, a regeneration. Not just a change. Not just a transformation. Becoming somebody, a whole different person. All right, what else, Spirit? Thank you. Yep, this is going to be a slow and steady process. Day by day, minute by minute. You got this. Yep, like I said, slow and steady. In the upright, this is, about being fast in and out energy. This is slow and steady. Winning the race, using your head, using that passion, that lust you have for life. Using that to get you through. I'm telling you, Gain it back. Lust you have for life. It's still there. Now you can focus a little bit more on it with a clear head. After you make these changes, this is here for you. It's going to be a slow and steady battle or change. And hey, if it's not, then if you're able to do it more quickly, then awesome. Everybody moves at their own pace. But this change that you're making is going to have such a huge impact on you. It's going to have a positive impact on you. And you are going to be so much about it. Now, I do have this Knight in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, which makes me think that there are some people who aren't going to be so happy that you're making these changes. You may have to cut people off. You may have to deal with some kind of backlash for changing your life. So I am just reminding you to stay strong. This is only a knight, okay? It's not like this is a king being disappointed in you. These could be immature people who aren't on the same page with you, who aren't even going to level up with you, who might not be even written on the next path you're taking. These people might be upset that you might not be in their life each and every day, or that you have to move on from them, but it's for a reason, because you're leveling up. And when they're ready to level up, they will. But they'll meet you there. That doesn't mean you have to level down to them. You never level down to people. Let them reach you. And they will when they want to. When they're ready for the change, they will. But right now, you might not be able to reach out to them for a little while. And you have to know that that's fine, because that's the path that you're meant to take. All right, so let's see. We are going to... Let's use this deck for our concluding message. Oh, I'm supposed to... Okay. I am pulling a couple of cards from this deck for those of you, for this week, from those of you wanting to have messages for people that you care about or involved with in some way, shape, or form. Here's some messages. And then I'll move on to the concluding deck. All right, what do we have, Spirit? Mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. So whatever situation you might have been in, or relationship, you've learned the lesson. So it might be time for you to move on. If you've learned the lesson, awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Thank you, Spirit. What else, Spirit? What else does the collective need to know from this deck? Is there any other messages? Keep shuffling, I just heard. Okay. Spirit, what else? What other messages does the collective need to know? Thank you. Okay, different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. So, message for some of you out there, because I was definitely told to keep shuffling. So somebody must need to hear that. I'm also being told to keep shuffling. Okay. Okay. And we have patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. And then we have chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. All right, so there are some different messages for the collective. Take them as they resonate with you, and I am going to shuffle this for the concluding message from Spirit. All right, Spirit, what is the concluding message that, thank you. Oh, I'm going to need my glasses for this one. Okay, we have, there is a place within me, still calm, steady, eternal. Eternal center, guru, protection, and peace. Okay, so let me find that. And I will read it. The sanctuary, the oasis, the peaceful valley, the shire. There is a place you can go, a place within you that is eternal, infinite, still, no matter what is happening around you. When chaos and darkness surround you or entrap your mind, remember your center. This is the way of the warrior, the leader, the guru. This is how they keep their composure, returning and remaining in the steady core. This innermost center is at all times connected with the everything, the all, the great spirit, to every star and every seed. Our eternal home lies within us. We can always access this point, especially through the power of our breathing, our spiritual practices, and the steady cultivation of peace. This is the card of the guru we all have within. The eternal center card has an energy of never-ending light that shines within the darkness. It is the crystal amulet that glows brightly when you are lost in the cave. It is the deep inner knowledge that no matter what, everything is going to be okay. The feeling of home, deep and far within your being. We all have an inner guru and spiritual sage. Call upon them when you need them most. Summon their forces of wisdom, grace, and peace. You may be a human now, but you have been a soul for much, much longer. Can't you feel that? In times of desperation or disgrace, remember the sacred truth. This card can also be a positive affirmation. You have done much spiritual and psychological work that it has led to or will soon lead to a steady sense of peace within you. No matter the chaos surrounding you, a steady center will remain. You will remain at that center. I love that. I love that so much. And I was just mentioning in the beginning of the reading that you can call upon your guardians, your ancestors for help. Don't be afraid to call on your people. Summon their forces of wisdom, grace, and peace. Call upon them when you need them most. So don't be afraid to call in your tribe because they're surrounding you and that's what they're waiting for. They can't interfere with free will, but when you call them in, then they are there to help you. That's all they're there for, is to help you. So let them do their job. Call them in when it's necessary, and you're never, never going to be alone. All right? Thank you for joining me, Collective. Thank you for clicking on like, subscribing to my channel. Also hitting that notification bell that will let you know when I am going live or posting new videos. Also, check out my lives. Hit that notification bell. Check out my lives. I'd love to interact with you guys through that that streaming. And otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye, darlings.